everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are safe, you are well, and you are with someone you care about who also cares about you. Today, well, last week we talked about the fact that we'd cleared out the greenhouse, and today I want to show you the HydroHen, which is something that I worked on myself. I think it might be dribbling a little bit, so I've got to figure out where it's dribbling and why it's dribbling, but it is a chicken waterer that is doing pretty well. It's a watering system for the chickens that I made, and I think this water is from earlier. I'm just going to put my finger around to make sure it's not dribbling from earlier. I don't think it's dribbling here and leaking, but maybe it is. Maybe it is leaking from here. So this is a 3D print that I made, and it's designed to make sure that the hens have water and can get water from this waterer without buying a whole bottom for it. And you can see if you look in there, there's that little watering cup there, and it's held in place by these little clips. Now I know earlier, I'm just going to lift it up a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely water from up top here. Earlier on today, I got this wet, and I think it's just leaking because I spilled water from the top and it's been dribbling down all day. But I think it's actually okay. I actually cured it. It's actually printed in ABS plastic, so it's safe. It's been cured in the oven to make sure it's safe for use with water. The chickens seem to be enjoying it, and I was just really proud of it. I 3D modeled this myself. I printed it on my Bambu X1C printer. Yes, I have a Bambu X1C. Yes, I bought it before all of the nasty stuff happened. And no, I don't think it's leaking. So I'm checking now, and it's dry around the top here, and I think it's dry around here. So hopefully it was just water from earlier leaking all over. But I mean, it's been holding water for 2 days now, so, and it's going down gently, and the hens seem happy with it. So I'm happy with it. Meanwhile, in the greenhouse, obviously not a lot has happened in here since last week, but I do want to show you because it's always fun to see what happens after everything's gone away. You'll very quickly start to see some mushrooms over there coming up, and you'll also start to see some other kind of weeds and things coming up from the ground. They grow so quickly. But I didn't really explain last week, it's really important to give this period for the garden to just rest and recuperate. And yes, I need to go through and pick up all of those clips. But the idea is that the greenhouse can just rest until next season. I'll be able to check all of the hoses, make sure they're working as they should. And the temperature here at the house has really dramatically dropped down. So yesterday and into today, we had our first official frost warning. I think the temperature got down to like 1 or 2 degrees above freezing, but everything in the garden is still, you know, it's still coming along rather nicely. So if we go over here, I haven't gone down to see the tomatoes since I came back from LA, but you'll see I still have some beans. Look at these. I will be cooking with these later in the week. We still have some runner beans here, and we've got some over on that side. It's incredible that they're still growing and are happily growing. We have some broccoli here, not broccoli, cauliflower even. Over here we have some broccoli, and you can see like just the start of that broccoli starting to come through there. So, and the carrots are still growing incredibly well. So even though we've kind of reached the end of the growing season, we're still finding surprises in the garden. Some of the surprises are kind of, I've missed them. So these tomatoes I've missed, but then if you come around here, you'll see right at the end, we've still got some tomatoes growing. And I actually turned quite a lot of the big tomatoes that I harvested last week, I turned them into pasta sauce because I wanted to keep the flavour, I wanted to keep them running. So I'm going to have to come through here and pick some more of these wonderful tomatoes out. We've got some more here. And these big guys here, they're going to be great in an Impossible burger later in the week. Some of those tomatoes are going to be yellow, some of them are going to be red, and some of them will probably just end up being used as green tomatoes. I still haven't taken care of the raspberries, but as you can see, they are still producing fruit. They've kind of gone over now. So hopefully next week, bear in mind, I'm filming this on a Tuesday. So I've only been back at the house for a couple of days, bearing in mind that hopefully I'll be able to cut these down at the weekend if the weather is nice. It looks like it might rain. There's snow forecast for the mountains, so I may not get up there, but pretty much done with the zucchinis here. You can see that one's kind of gone off, which is a shame. It's the end of the season. These things happen. Over here, I do also need to sort out these herbs because, I mean, look, this sage has just gone, sage gone wild. The rosemary is going wild as well. And over here, the pumpkins are they're doing okay. So some of the pumpkins are going to be ready, I think, soon. Some of the pumpkins are already ready now. This is my final zucchini or marrow of the season. I'm going to be harvesting that later this week, and we'll be having that as a stuffed mock duck, which is basically, I will probably use Impossible meat and some carrots, stuff it inside, bake it, and it'll be good for like 2 or 3 days. And very nutritious. Unfortunately, I have used up all of the onions for the season, so I will have to go to the store for some onions, but the rest of it is pretty good. Let's go back and check in on the HydroHen, which doesn't appear to have any more water on it, so that is good sign for me. We don't have any more water on the HydroHen, which makes me think that it is in fact, or maybe it is cracked at the very bottom. I'll have to look into it and we'll have to see. Because I may have actually done some damage to it when I installed it, but I'll keep an eye on it and we'll see what happens. The good thing is, it didn't cost me a lot of money to make, and I did use food safe silicone sealer and food safe adhesives to put it all together. So I may have just missed a bit when I was putting it all together. Everything else in the garden is pretty much for muchness. Unfortunately, the hens are still not laying. It is kind of the end of their year, so they're not laying right now. Although, is that a Charlie? That's a Charlie. Charlie's been making lots of noise all day today. I'm not entirely sure what irked Charlie, whether it was because there was extra people at the house or what, but Charlie's been a little bit of a cock, quite literally. And nothing else has really changed. Interestingly, my cosmos at the front of my house is still in flower. My snapdragons, otherwise known as my antirrhinums, they are still doing well. The parsnips are still doing well, and the potatoes, I'm still getting potatoes out of the ground, although the blight is starting to set in, so I'm going to need to dig out the remaining potatoes if I don't want those potatoes to go to waste. But tell me what's going on in your neck of the woods. Are you preparing for a spring growing season in the Southern Hemisphere, or are you like me and hunkering down as the temperature drops? Have you had your first autumn frost of the year yet? Have you had snow yet? I know there has been snow in parts of Oregon already. Or are you just still enjoying the last breaths of summer?
Thanks for watching us today. You can connect with us on Patreon, Discord, Mastodon, Blue Sky, or through our website. Huge thanks to the amazing folks scrolling by right now. You're the reason we can stay independent and keep making content without corporate influence. And right now is a perfect time to join. Through September and October, we're running our autumn Patreon drive. Sign up and you'll not only support the channel, but you'll also get get an exclusive piece of digital art from Erin. Want to see your name here too? Support starts at just $1.50 US a month, and you can even gift memberships. And of course, a massive welcome to our newest members: NYTMR, Chris Wright, C&K Adventuring, Andy Pyatt, Gerald Eden, Carlie, Chip Chandler, Robert Nelson, 00 Critical, Tom Fagden, Barry 2379, Mike Coffeen, James River, Eric Knack, Hans Rose, DW, Meryl Fratkin, Kristen Rasmussen, MX Menivar Vargas, Stephen Nichols, Panther Legion, Kitsa Prida, Bark Eater J, Jeff Good, Conrad Zalance, Frank Snyder, Jeffrey Smith, Tony Roberts, Matthew Frake, Jacqueline Cockburn, Fritz Coker, Trans Vegan Cyclist, Jade Diaz, Laura Shear-Clark, Everett Garnett, Peter Broadwell, Jeremy Redmond, Patrick Matthias, Pamela Not Pam, Dave Fry, Mark Anderson, Tal Hobson, C. Daniel Tideman, Martin May, Fee, Donovan, Date Downs, Matthew Buckar, Zach C., Taraki, Kathy Windandy, Alex, Patricia Connor, Lindy Melendez, Dameron Can, Gary Robotham, Dave Miles, Tina Pongnish, Mark Kruger, and Tyler Walker. Thank you all for joining in the last month. You're helping us hit our goal of growing Patreon support by 20 to 40% this autumn. Prefer a one-off contribution? We've got Ko-fi, Bitcoin, and a PO box, our swag store, and even an Amazon affiliate link, so your money helps us, not Jeff Bezos. We post new videos every few days on the main channel, plus extras on Transport Evolved Take 2. And since YouTube comments aren't safe for us anymore, the best way to chat is through Patreon, Mastodon, Blue Sky, or our website. If you want more, the algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we'd love you to check this one out too. Be awesome, be kind, be intentional, and never forget to resist. Keep evolving!